Remember those places on your doorstep that you visited during lockdown that you didn't even know were there?
No.
Well, maybe it's time to revisit them because they're still there and they're waiting for you to visit right now. So,
let's start the show!
I can hear the birds chirping.
I think that they are saying hello.
I think they are, and you could still hear the traffic a little bit in the background, but it starts to dissipate the further you walk along the river. And we are at Colne Brook, and it's one of those places where it's on your doorstep, but you just never visit. So we thought it was high time that we came to have a look. You've got to watch out for the nettles along here, so if you are travelling out about wearing shorts, just be careful because you never know, you might get a bit of a sting. Seems to be a fallen tree there that may have come down in the storms earlier this year.
I am really impressed with all this greenery. I never knew that this place was here.
I can just smell nature. Just breathing in all that oxygen from the trees. And of course the weather makes a big difference. It's a beautiful sunny day and the conditions are just perfect for coming somewhere like this. Just gives you a chance to explore, listen to the bird song and relax. Well, I did say it was called Colne Brook, and that's for a reason, because there is a little river, a little brook that runs through it. And there it is. The beauty of places like this, of course, apart from their natural environment, is that there's little paths and you never know where you're going to end up. And along the way, I mean, I've just seen a butterfly just land in front of me and it flew off. I hope I didn't scare it. But you just never know what you're going to discover. What other wildlife could be lurking around here? Oh look, there is the lesser spotted poll.
I don't know what you mean by that. Are you enjoying getting closer to nature again, Marcus?
I am, but I'm also aware that it's a bit of a rugged undergrowth and I'm doing my best not to fall down.
Okay, let's see what else we discover along the way.
Well, the path has opened out now and it's a lot more green and lush, and I guess that is because we have just passed some trees, but we're now out into the open. And you spot so many weird and wonderful things. I mean, look at that over there. I don't know if you can see it if I zoom in. It says electric cables. Well, I think that is one that we will avoid.
Hello, butterfly.
Well, we saw that sign for electric cables and there is a pylon right in front of us now. This is where I give you a word of warning. Never touch anything like this, because you'll get an electric shock and your day will come to an abrupt end. And the thing is, this is like right out in the open. So it is rather dangerous. If you're out with children, just make sure that you hold on to them and keep them away from anything like this, because there's no safety barriers or anything on this particular pylon. It does say danger of death, keep off. So make sure that you respect that. Oh, look at this. I love things like this. It's like a little sort of like a tunnel.
Like a mini bridge?
Well, I wouldn't walk over the top of it. It's a hedge, but it's a natural bridge, a natural tunnel. We're inside now. Look at the hollow of the tree. Come out the other side. There's another power pylon up there. Lots of little green flies and, I don't know, horse flies. A few midges. The birds are still chirping. It's a lovely day out. What do you think that is? Look, all the little stalks. It almost looks like red asparagus. I wouldn't eat it though. What do you think, Paul?
I think maybe you're right. They do kind of look like asparagus. Wow, that was interesting.
Well, it looks as though we've come to the end of the road. The tree has fallen down right across the river. Look at that. And I'd say that has happened many years ago. But of course, you could take another turn. Hello. Who knows where the next path will take you?
Thanks for watching our show. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
You may remember that last autumn I planted some seeds in the garden. Let's take a look. You don't need a garden to plant seeds. A small pot on a windowsill also does the job. No matter how big or small your patch, it's a quick and easy way to enjoy nature. So I've got my seeds and I found this lovely little patch of earth here in the garden, which I think is a good spot to plant them. So first thing, just going to rip open the packet. Like that. Don't worry, I'm not going to litter. We'll take it away with me later. And on this little area here, where there's no grass or anything growing, I'm just going to lightly sprinkle them. There we go. All over that area. Put them all out. I've got a trowel handy with a little bit of earth. And you don't need a lot, but just a little bit of, a tiny bit of soil just to go over the top of it. Your seeds just like that. Lightly sprinkled. If you've got a watering can, you could then use that for the next bit. They do need a little bit of water, and I do mean a little bit. So I've got a little bowl with some water here. I don't have a watering can. And I'm literally just going to put my fingers in here and sprinkle a little bit of water over the top. You could keep watering them a little bit each day, especially in the hot, sunny weather, if there is any, at the time that you're planting. And hopefully in a few weeks we'll see some wildflowers in this bare patch. And here they are. I'm not really sure what they are, but they have come out in this beautiful bloom. Look, they are like little rays of sunshine. We've got the blue petals and an orangey yellow, an orangey yellow center that just looks like the sun. And this is the little patch of earth where we planted them. It was composted because there was a dip in the garden here, And we've waited, like, you know, it's been several months now, almost a year since we did this, and I think it's great that they've come out. So the next time we cut the grass, we're definitely going to be leaving this area well alone, because these flowers are absolutely beautiful. These are my tips and tricks on how to easily fit a duvet. Now, okay, we've got a rather large duvet cover here, and it has on it a lovely donkey, because we were supporting the donkey sanctuary. Okay, so this is what you need to do. You lay it out in front of you with the open end in front of you here, closest to you. So try to get it sort of stretched out as neatly as you can. Now here is the duvet itself. So what you want to do is to fold it in half long ways, and then you put it in one corner here and one corner here. And what you then need to do is to find the corners of the duvet cover. So it's corner to corner. Now, some people might want to have a friend or partner help them with this. Personally, I find it's easier just to do it on my own. So let's see if it works this time. Right, so we've got our two corners. You then hold them and you give it a shake, which straightens it out. Give it a shake this way, which should start to fill the duvet cover. Lay it out in front of you, and then what we do is we do corner to corner again at the open end. So here's one corner here, and the other one over here, and it's exactly the same principle. You catch onto, hold onto both corners, give it a shake, and then open it out like that. Do all the buttons up if you have them. Some duvet covers don't have any buttons at all. We've got one which is just an open end, but it's sort of wider at the corners, so the actual duvet doesn't fall out. Now, as you can tell, I'm slightly breathless. This is also good exercise. It probably burns off about 10 calories or something. So it does actually keep you fit. And there is the last button going in. Oh, I've just opened one again. There we go. Turn it around. Give it another shake. And then put it with the buttons end at the bottom, because the last thing you want is your arm falling out at night and then you finding that you're holding onto the open end. And straighten it out, and there we have one complete duvet, not ironed. I'm looking into my crystal ball and I see great things for our show. So please do like, comment and subscribe.
I don't know about you, but I don't really get all the steps required throughout the day sometimes. So I think going out into the countryside will allow you to increase your step count, which is always good for your health. And what can I say? Go into nature and you do you.
We have had a fabulous day discovering this beautiful area right on our doorstep. And there are public rights of way right across the UK, and that means it's areas where you are free to roam. But it's always best to check before you go out, and there is a website address on the screen right now where you can get some more information.
Right, so I think it is a really good idea for you to get out and enjoy the countryside as well. So for me and Marcus, it's goodbye.